You can crawl your way out of obesity and being overweight. It's not something that you have to live with for the rest of your life. I can't tell you for how long that I used to look in the mirror and I'd be like, well, I guess this is my body now. It doesn't have to be like that. You can turn this around, and it doesn't have to be with some batshit diet. You don't have to go fucking crazy at the gym. Look, if you want to work out at the gym, more power to you. Go for it, alright? I've lost 50 pounds since January of this year. That's a huge drop. And I did it in the course of 6 months. I'm just saying is that it's not impossible. You can do it. What has worked for me, and I'll say this over and over again, is that you got to keep your sugar low. I keep my sugar under 20 grams a day. I keep my carbohydrates under 40 net carbohydrates. People ask, what is a net carbohydrate? Net carbohydrate is that you take your carbs for the day and you subtract that from the amount of fiber you eat, and that gives you your net carbohydrate. So for example, let's say you had a nice big bowl of romaine salad, and you're like, oh, I look on the back and it says I had 10 grams of carbs. Well, you don't count 10 grams of carbs because you had a romaine salad. You take a look at the fiber. And the fiber on that is like 9. So 9 grams of fiber, subtract 10 carbs equals 1 net carb. That's how you count your net carbs. Do that and try to keep your net carbs under 40. As I've gone on, I kind of even shoot for like 30, 25 on some days. So you can have plenty of fat. And the good news is that fat fills you up. So if I made you a big, delicious ribeye steak and I put some provolone on it, right? And then I made you some broccoli and garlic, and I sauteed it with a little bit of olive oil, and maybe I put a little mozzarella cheese on top, right? And then maybe I made you some mashed cauliflower, also known as fake mashed potatoes, and I put a little olive oil in there, I put a little garlic, I put a little butter, I put a little heavy whipping cream. It's delicious. And then for dessert, I take 3 or 4 spoonfuls of peanut butter, right? Put it in a bowl, put a little chocolate on top, a little whipping cream on there. You're done. You're done. You're never gonna be able to eat all that. That's the thing about your body. Your body doesn't know what to do with all these carbohydrates, but your body knows what to do with fat and protein, because that's been our body's currency for the past tens of thousands of years. Our body doesn't know what to do with carbohydrates. And that's why when you can sit down and watch a movie and you can rifle through 4 bags of potato chips, no problem. It's not even a thought. And there's no signal from your body saying like, hey, you're starting to get full, maybe you ought to cut back. It's just like, it's so good. Oh, let me dip it in chocolate. Oh, good idea. A little Nutella potato chip. I used to do that, by the way. That's why we can go through that stuff, because our body wasn't designed. Our body has no fucking clue what to do with all those carbs. It just doesn't understand it. If you took the entire human species, right, and you spread it out, all right, if you took our entire existence and put it within 1 calendar year of being here on Earth, wheat and flour was invented yesterday. So, in the entire spectrum of human beings being around this planet, we don't have the biology to eat all of these carbs. And the idea of sugar, our ancestors were lucky to get 20 grams of sugar a day, and that's assuming that like the fruits and vegetables that they ate back then were in season. And the fruits and vegetables back then were way different than the shit that's around today. There's all this genetically modified stuff and pesticides and everything they put on it. Look, I'm not telling you not to eat fruit. I'm not telling you not to eat vegetables. It's not really what I'm getting at here. I'm just saying is That's why you can't sit down and eat 4 ribeye steaks. That's why you can't sit down and eat 4 pounds of cheese. Try it. Try to eat 4 packages of bacon. I dare you. It's not gonna happen. You'll make it through barely 1 package before you're like, I'm fucking done. Why is that? It's because your body knows what to do with fat. Your body has been using fat and protein as a currency for the past tens of thousands of years since we've been in existence. I'm not telling you not to live your life. I'm not telling you not to have a cheat day. Look, life is short. Have your cheat day. You know, have your delicious food that you like, whatever your carb favorite food is, but you don't need to eat that shit every day. The idea of counting your calories, this is what I would say to that. Counting your calories and trying to lose weight is the equivalent of judging how big an explosion will be by looking at the size of the bomb. So looking at calories and saying, well, I only took in like 1,500 calories. I don't know why I'm not dropping weight. It's probably taking in like 60, 70, 80 grams of sugar. Our body just wasn't designed to take in that much sugar. So look, and don't feel bad about that stuff, because I did that for the longest time. I'm talking about decades, okay? Where I would look at food and I would be like, well, you know, I don't know why I'm not losing weight. I have all like this diet soda, which you shouldn't drink really because it'll fuck up your gut. So stay away from diet soda. Stick to water, tea, stuff like that. Lay off the sugar, lay off the diet soda. If you want to drop weight, sugar, all right, is what's hurting you. Drop your sugar and you'll drop your weight. Anyway, but I used to be like that. I used to be like, I used to, and I'm talking about for years, and I was killing myself at the gym. And yeah, whatever, I got stronger and I was, you know, my muscles got bigger, but I never really lost the fat. So I was always built like this cigarette machine from 1984. I just always looked swollen. Listen, there's nothing attractive about that. All right, you go to the beach and you take off your shirt. Nobody's like, oh, wow, check out that guy. I bet you he can bench like 290. They just look and go, wow, that dude's fat. He looks really swollen. He looks like he ate some bad shellfish. That's what, that's the reality. You know what's funny too is that I've dropped so much weight, coming up on 50 pounds. I haven't gone to the gym, and people look at me that haven't seen me in a while. They're like, wow, man, Jesus, you look like you put on some muscle. I haven't been to the gym in 6 months. Me, personally, just look, everybody's built different, everyone. And the way that my body is if I work out, my body stops burning fat and starts to build muscle. That's my body. That's been my experience, so I'm going to listen to it. So once I drop all the weight that I need to drop, then I'll go back to the gym, because to be honest with you, I put on muscle pretty quick. But listen, I used to buy into all of this bullshit, all of it. I used to be like, oh my God, I would kill myself at the gym, killing myself day in and day out. And I would take in like 1,200 calories, and the scale didn't move, not one bit. And then I would talk to other people about it who were ripped and shredded. Like, you know what you have to do? You have to raise your caloric intake. You have to raise that. So I'm like, all right, well, that's a little counterintuitive. So I gotta eat more? Yeah, you gotta eat more, and you have to eat more frequently. It's like, but that makes no fucking sense. But I would do it. I was eating like 5-6 meals a day. I was going fucking crazy. I was going nuts. It's like a second job. Who has time for that shit? Look, I bought into all of it, so please don't feel bad, all right? If you're one of those people and you're struggling with your weight and you're trying all these different bullshit diets that don't work, look, don't feel bad, don't, because I tried all of them and I fucked up all of them, so don't feel bad. There is a way out, and the way is keeping your sugar low. Keep your sugar low. Keep your net carbohydrates low. Stay away from things like diet soda. Stop counting calories. Focus entirely on your macros in terms of like your fat, your protein, and your carbs. I promise you this. If you don't eat over 40 net carbs, if you keep your sugar under 20 grams, I don't care how much protein or fat you eat, you will drop weight. I guarantee it.